Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. Okay, I am back with my next idea that you could utilize in your craft fair. What I'm going to make is a small pouch, which can be used as coin purses or anything like that. You can use it for like small little bit of makeup or anything you want to carry tote in your purse. This is only going to be 5.5 in the height, 7 width. And we have to allow for the seam allowance on each side, probably 1/4 inch on each side. So it's going to make it just a good size that you can pop it down in your purse, or whoever purchases it can pop it down in their purse, and it'll be a perfect size just for even a small purse. So let me just show you what I've done. So I've already got started. I've already cut both of my fabrics. I'm going to utilize the same color for the inside just because I had it handy out here. I went ahead and I have adhered the batting on the back. This is like a fusible Pellon batting. It's not a very thick weight. But what I did on this one, I've already completed this one. What I did is it's hard to see it on here because I used the same color of thread, but I quilted it where it would have like a quilted effect when it's done. Now I could have went ahead and quilted it with the other fabric that goes inside on the back, but I want to be able to have it that loose inside, and I wanted to be able to make sure I've hidden my seams. I could have probably did some French seams and tried to hide the seams, but I decided, you know what, I'm just going to do it like this, and I think it'll work out just fine. So I've already got this one done. As you can see here, I've already quilted it, and I just kind of followed some of the lines that were on my fabric. If you are not using a fabric that is like a diagonal print like I am, just take your ruler and use a fusible marker or whatever and just draw yourself some lines on so you can sew it and trace it on. And then you can just follow those lines. Now I've tried doing it without making myself some lines, and I don't always end up sewing really straight. So that's why it's good to make yourself some lines if you are maybe not totally straight. And this one right here, I don't have it totally straight, but it's pretty good and it blends right in. And it's doing what I wanted to do. I wanted it to end up in like kind of with a quilted effect, plus it keeps the batting adhered to the fabric. Okay, so let's do this one. And yeah, let's get you right over here to the sewing machine. Okay, so we're at the sewing machine, and I just like to kind of start on one of my diagonal lines. And like I said, if you draw your lines on, just follow your lines. And I'm just using a straight stitch, and I'm just going to follow the lines. Now, if you want to sew along the edge and go back up, you can, but I'm just going to go ahead and just sew my lines, and I'm just going to trim it as I go. Usually I would probably just route right up another row and just kind of go along the edge, so I don't have to keep cutting, but I'm going to do it like this time. This does take a little bit more time, and you probably save thread doing it the other way, but I just want to make sure. Just kind of keep track. As you see here, here's my first 2 lines right there. So I'm going to go over to about the center one. Just make my way down. And I'm just going to trim it. Now I could use that automatic thread trimmer that I have in this machine, but sometimes I don't know if I always like it like that. Got an extra thread there, y'all. I don't always like it. Sometimes my thread goes down in there and that's not where I wanted it, and it becomes a pain. So I'm just gonna go here, and I'll probably do one more and then head back up to the other side. Just like this. And then I'm just gonna take it like maybe right here. And then up here on this side. And then I'm going to go the opposite direction. Easy, right, y'all? Very, very simple. Okay, so now that you see I've got my lines back here, I am going to make sure, okay, this line goes this way. So now I'm going to be going this way. kind of keep track when you're using a print like I am. It's kind of hard to see. Kind of hard to see, but yeah, this will work out perfectly well. And we're going to keep going. I think I'll just kind of go down the center of this one. Got all these extra threads. You know, if you've watched my videos, it drive me crazy, y'all. Crazy. You see here? So we're just going to do a few more. Maybe one or two more, like right over here. I'll do this one. And then one more at the corner. And that will be perfect. Okay, machine, you don't have to yell at me. I know I tried to lift my presser foot before it was time. Okay, so there we go. That's how we quilted. Let me get some of these strings trimmed off. And we can move on to the next step, which is so simple, y'all. Okay, got one over here. So as you see, there's what it looks like in the back. Here's the front, so it makes it nice and sturdy. Okay, so now we're going to get ready to install our zipper. You've probably seen me install a zipper before, but if you haven't, here you go. Okay, so here we go. Got my, this is one of my outer fabrics, and it's, of course, quilted. Then I'm going to take my zipper, and this one is too long, but it's the only purple one I had. I didn't have any black, so I'm just kind of using what I have on hand. But the really nice thing about using a zipper that's too long is you don't have to worry about moving the zipper pull. So, all you're going to need to do is start by lining up your zipper right along the edge, teeth side down. I've said that many times in my videos. But I started thinking, what do I want to do? And I think that using my scraps of fabric and everything, I could make little pouches that can be used for money pouches, you know, little change purses or whatever. So that's why I thought, oh, let me just go ahead and add some of these in. I always like to have a bunch of different variety of things in my craft fair. So yeah, okay, so I got the teeth side down on my zipper, and here's my inner fabric. I'm using the same color, and I'm gonna put it pretty sides together, and I'm just gonna put this up here, and I'm gonna line these up just like this. Get this all up in here, just like that. Now I'm gonna take it to my sewing machine, use my zipper foot, and I'm gonna sew straight down, flip it inside out, iron it, and put a top stitch on. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. Okay, so here we go. Got my zipper foot on, got my fabric under here, my thread pulled to the back, and off we go. You can use your down feature here if you have one. That way everything stays nice in place. I have one of these in my purse that I've used for quite a long while. Pretty good little things to have in your purse. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, you don't have to worry about this all coming apart now that you've quilted it down. You're going to pull it over. I'm going to give it a quick press, and I'm going to sew a top stitch right along the top, and then I'm going to attach the other side of my pouch. Okay, let me give it a quick iron, and I'll be right back. Okay, gave it a quick press. Went ahead and did a top stitch right down here along the edge. Looks real good. So now I'm going to add the other piece. Here's my other part. the quilted part. The nice thing about quilting these, y'all, is that whenever you quilted it and you're adding all your layers together, everything will not move on you because everything's already been sewed down, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this. You're going to put this pretty sides together. Now the teeth of the zipper is facing up at the moment. Gonna line this up with the edge and with the top of your zipper, just like this. I'm gonna grab my clips. Just hold this in place. And I think I've got one more over here. Now, take the other piece. This is your other lining fabric. Now you're gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna place my lining fabric pretty sides down and line it up as well. Just like this. And there you go. See? Now I'm going to take it to my machine and sew a top stitch there and get this all stitched into place. Here we go, y'all. I'm going to use my down feature. Go ahead and remove the first clip. I like to hold my fabric in place. And just making sure everything's still lined up. And there we go. You can back stitch it if you want. It's always good to back stitch, but this is going to be sewed up. There's going to be seams on the side, so I don't see a problem that I didn't. But if you feel better, go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to pull these apart. Here we go, just like this. I'm going to give this a press and top stitch this other side down. Be right back. Okay, so I got my top stitching done, all my ironing done, and here we go. This is the easy part of this whole thing. Now we're going to go ahead and trim off our zipper. Make sure you move the zipper pull to the center before you trim this all off, because if you don't, your bag is ruined and you will have to start over. So I'll just trim mine off just like that. I'll leave a little bit on the edge. If you want to make it closer once you get it sewed, go for it. I'm just going to leave mine like that for right now. Now I'm going to take this side and I'm going to also trim that much. And what I like to do is I like to sew like a stitch or two across here to hold this in place and while I'm sewing everything down. So let me just show you how I do that. Okay, so here's the open part of my zipper. I'm just going to take it and hold it with my fingers and slowly sew across there. That way it'll hold that zipper in place. That way then you've already got your zipper cut. There's no stop on it. That's why you got to be really careful. But if you sew a little stitch just going across there, it will hold it in place while you get your bag together. Okay, we've got it unzipped more than halfway. We're going to pull our pretty sides together and then our inside pieces together. It's like this. And we're going to start at the bottom, sew all the way around, leaving an opening to turn it inside out. If you've seen any of my pouch videos or purse videos, make sure you have your zipper kind of pointing down. I find that's the easiest way when I sew my zippers. Okay, let me show you how to do this one. If you are new to my channel and haven't seen any of my sewing videos, I'm glad you're here. Hope that you're enjoying this, and I hope maybe this is an easy project that you can do. Many people are very intimidated by zippers. And you know what? I was intimidated too. I did not want to even touch a zipper on my sewing machine because I was scared. And one day I followed a tutorial by Melanie Ham And this was probably about 7 or 8 years ago. And she had a great video, and I watched it, and I'm like, you know what? I want to make that. And so, yep. So I did it. And I found out it wasn't as hard as I thought. Okay, now that I've got everything kind of pinned in place, gonna start at the bottom. Now, if you wanted to also too, if you wanted to maybe round your corners and make your pouch round, go ahead and do that. You don't have to, you can leave it squared. I'm just gonna leave it squared for the sake of my video. But if you want to make it rounded, use a bowl or something and round your corners. Using the bowl as a template. A plate, anything round. Okay, making sure we're keeping everything as lined up as we can. Slowly go over that zipper. Once you get past it, keep on going. When you get to the corner, pivot your project, keep sewing. Get to the corner, you know the drill, pivot your project. Get up to the zipper, hold everything in place, slowly go over the corner of the edge of the zipper, just like that, and you're home free, y'all. This pouch is the most easiest little money pouch ever, and takes scraps. If you have a stack of scraps, you can make lots of pouches. Okay, just kind of leave about a 2-inch opening or a little longer. You need to make sure you leave an opening so you can turn it inside out. And voila, here we go. Now, make sure you trim the corners so you can reduce bulk. If you want to trim down some of this edge, you can do that too. But I just like to snip the corners to reduce bulk. Okay, so there we go. And we're going to reach up in here. We're going to flip this sweet little pouch inside out. Normally I put different colors inside, but I went ahead and used the same color inside just because it's what I had on hand. And you know, y'all, I don't really have a whole lot of purple fabric. And I had this piece, and I'm gonna make a dog because I started making a dog the other day. And y'all, let me just tell you this. So last weekend, or last Thursday, we went to visit my mom, which my mom has improved some. So thank you so much for the prayers. But anyway, so my sister came to take care of my mom and dad and kind of help her and everything. And so Friday, my husband and I, we decided it's time to shampoo the carpets in our house. Okay, I'm getting these corners punched out really good, y'all. So anyway, see, it becomes a nice good size for your corn purse. Open this up. So anyway, so we decided to shampoo the carpets in our house. Well, it was smelling good. Friday night, we did the living room, moved the couch out, helped my husband move everything, and let me tell you, y'all, Saturday, we did the same thing, went out and had lunch with my daughter, you know, just kind of went out, bought a couple things for the house, came back and everything. Sunday morning, woke up and I couldn't even hardly move. My back hurts so bad. And I ended up having to work from home on Monday. My boss let me work from home on Monday, which I was so grateful. Okay, now I'm going to sew up the hole that's in the bottom, y'all. So anyway, my back hurt so bad, and so I managed to work a little more, almost about 3/4 of my day. And then I was like, I can't do anymore. My back is hurt so bad. Went to work yesterday, and I was okay in the morning, but about 3 o'clock, the other side hurt. I think my husband he said, I think that you were babying your right side, which was causing your left side to take all the pressure. And so, oh my goodness, right now I'm feeling good, and I said my prayers this morning. God, please just take away this pain. If you have had back pain, like low back pain, and I also have arthritis in my hip, so that didn't help either. And oh my goodness, the pain. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. I'm going to give this a press. It is a perfect size for a coin purse, for your purse. Looks great. Okay, also, before I go, I wanted to just give this a quick little press so you can see a really nice end result. I'm very happy with the way this pouch turned out. It's a perfect size to stick in your purse and all that. What would really be great is adding some charms on the little zipper pull. Wouldn't that be great? You can do anything you want. Add some ribbon or whatever you would like, and it is a perfect size. Look at that, y'all. Perfect size, and will fit perfectly down in your purse. Carry your change. If you just want to grab this out and run into the store, grab your little pouch and go, y'all. It's just a perfect size, let me just tell you. Before I go, I have had many people say, what kind of iron do you have? Here it is, y'all. It is called a steamfast. Got this little thing at Walmart. It was like 10 bucks. 10, maybe 11, not more than that, around that area. It is the best little iron I have in my house. I have a larger iron that I use like if we iron our regular clothes, but that I don't really use for crafts. And let me just tell you, this one beats that one. It gets so nice and hot. You could put water in it for steam. It's an awesome thing. And this ironing board that I made this a couple months ago. I do have a video for it if you're interested, and it's the DIY ironing board. But anyway, it is a great asset to my sewing table. I never have to go pull out my ironing board out of the closet anymore to sew my project or to iron my projects. I just got it. It's awesome. I love this thing. I can link the video for this ironing board below if you like. And yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this sweet little project. Give it a try. It's absolutely fun to make and so easy. And it's nice because it's nice and quilted, and it feels sturdy because I quilted it. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed this. Hope you guys have an awesome night. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good night. Bye.